School's over for the day.
It's over, but you decided to hang out with us, and that is double cool.
Yeah, I know. You get extra credit.
You do. Okay, so before we were talking about Matt Miller's cool blog post where he writes about the 8 ways a middle school in New Fairfield, Connecticut was ditching the textbook, right? We couldn't fit it all into one episode, not any reasonable sized episode, so we decided to hang out after school and give you the other 4.
All right.
One of those is entrepreneurship. So in media class, students are encouraged to find a problem and solve it by creating a product. What a great idea.
Yeah.
So
right.
one student created comfort handles for video game controllers so that you wouldn't get hurt. You know what? When I played Atari, like when I was young, I wore a hole in the middle of my hand
kidding.
because of the way yeah. So
Oh, wow.
I totally understand this. Another created a hat with swappable emblems.
That makes sense.
An entrepreneurship class.
Right. Oh, I like
Very
that.
creative.
In a middle school.
Yeah.
I mean,
Find a problem, solve it.
It tells the kids, we believe in you. We
So-
think you can do
so
it.
awesome.
We don't say, oh, you're not old enough. You can't do it. Only older people can be entrepreneurs.
Right.
Huh.
You know what? More kids should be entrepreneurs.
I know.
Because they come up with amazing.
I know.
Okay.
How about this thing called the Wingman program? This is a positive behavior incentive program, and it rewards students for leadership, courage, and compassion. So students are recognized by each other, teachers and coaches, for demonstrating those traits. Students also have takeaway days where they plan and present lessons to each other, sometimes about bullying, about how to be an upstanding citizen,
So they're in
digital
charge.
citizen, and how to follow their dreams. It was named after a person, this Wingman Project, but they have this focus on compassion and empathy.
See, when you say
and-
wingman, I think of like, when I was in college and I'd be the wingman to one of my friends. We'd go out to, an event or a party or
I believe
football
it was named
game.
after a person. I might be wrong.
You know what I'm thinking, but that is what I like to think
I
about
like it.
And so my job was to help introduce my friend to as many girls. See, if you're the wingman, you don't have to worry about
so
spending your cool points.
It's a double entendre.
Maybe. That's French.
So pretty cool, huh?
That's awesome. So another thing that they do blows my mind. Student news program. You're like, well, yeah, high schools do that.
Yeah,
this is
right.
a middle school. So they create a really professional looking news presentation complete with like sophisticated cameras and mixing board and editing equipment and a green screen. We don't even have a green screen,
No,
Barbara.
we don't.
No, we don't.
We don't. Poor little things.
And then they shoot segments around the school. They communicate with one another. It is so pro looking. It's very, very cool. Anyone can be involved in the program. So maybe we could get them to work for us.
Right.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Doing our video editing.
Yeah, we'd need that. Are
We
you guys
don't-
available?
We don't pay much. Do you
No,
do
we
free
don't.
work?
Yeah, we could use some free work.
How about another idea that they do, which they call creative teacher professional development? First of all,
Okay.
they require everyone to watch the Cool Teacher Show.
Yes, thank you very much for that.
No, seriously, they aren't.
Seriously?
But they aren't doing
All right.
these sit and get type of learning sessions.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, for instance, they learned how to use Google Classroom, which is what
Okay.
they use in their school, by just doing it and watching how students interact with it. Instead of just a boring presentation, they do this. They do these like EdCamp formats. And they
That's
also
cool.
set up a Genius Hour where teachers come in
Oh,
and
maybe I could be a guest.
I don't think so, but I could. And
right.
they pursue a topic and that they're passionate about, and then they present their findings and share with each other.
so they have their
Genius
own
Hour.
Genius Hour.
Genius Hour.
I
yeah.
could be a guest. You
Right.
could invite me. So
Okay.
this is just one school and one example of really how schools are going beyond learning in traditional ways. And so if you want to find out more about this, you need to check out our friend Matt Miller's blog, ditchthattextbook.com. But he's also got a book available on the Amazon store. I bet you can figure out what the title of it is.
Yeah, right.
Ditch That Textbook.
Ditch Matt's textbook. No, Ditch That textbook.
Yeah,
And
free.
he's-
Yeah, free your teaching and revolutionize your classroom is
Right,
the
it
tagline for
sounds
that.
so great. And Matt's going to be at ISTE, and
Yes.
we are going to interview him.
We're going to get to hang out with Matt at ISTE. Now, if you don't know this, if we haven't mentioned it, we probably have, that we're going to be at ISTE this year. We're going to actually be down on the vendor floor. We took a booth, and we're going to use that as our home base to film and interview and to hang out. Please come out and meet us at ISTE and say hello. We would
Right.
love to connect
I
with
know
you.
everybody wants my autograph. I don't know about yours.
All right, and maybe you can hang out and we'll just try on this whole Genius Hour thing.
Yeah, that'd
And
be
we'll
fun.
see who wins.
Yeah, right.